I have a special ability, resurrection after death. Because of this, I was chosen by a mob boss to be a blood donor for his true love. Even if I died from blood loss, the moment I revived, that needle would pierce my skin again. Whenever I begged for mercy, he would just pin me down firmly and say, "Why are you being so dramatic? You can revive, can't you? If she dies, I'll make sure you follow her to the grave." But what he didn't know was that I only had 100 lives. If I died one more time, I would never revive again. My soul would scatter forever. In the luxurious bedroom, Lucas Turner pushed me onto the soft bed, gently pressing himself on top of me. Our breaths mingled as his fingers lightly brushed my lips before he leaned in for a deep kiss. My heart was racing. Just as I was about to embrace him, the door was suddenly pushed open by a servant. Lucas was annoyed and about to scold them when he heard the servant say, "Mr. Turner, Miss White is in trouble." Upon hearing this, the anger on Lucas's face quickly disappeared. Without caring that I was only wearing a thin piece of clothing, he pulled me up and we left. I didn't need to guess. I knew he was going to take me to give blood to Lily White again. In the 3 years I'd been with him, I had given blood to Lily 98 times. If this had happened before, I would have been more than willing, hoping only that Lucas would look at me once more. But now, I was desperately begging for mercy, kneeling on the ground and refusing to go. "Lucas, I can't give her blood anymore. If I do, I'll die." But Lucas wouldn't listen to me, thinking I was just being dramatic. "Stop being so melodramatic. Can't you revive anyway? Lily is dying. How can you be so heartless?" I shook my head frantically, tears streaming down my face. "It's not like that. Actually, I only have 100 lives, and I've already died 98 times. 2 more times, and I'll really die." But Lucas didn't believe me at all. He shouted at me, "You'll make up any lie to avoid giving blood to Lily." I shook my head miserably, trying desperately to explain. "It's not a lie. I'm really not deceiving you. I don't have infinite revivals. I only have 100 lives. Please, don't make me give her blood anymore, okay?" But Lucas ignored my cries and forcibly dragged me upstairs. I was wearing thin clothes, and my whole body ached. It felt like my bones were about to break, but he didn't care. His steps got faster and faster, only hoping to see Lily White as soon as possible. Then, he threw me roughly onto the operating table and tied me down tightly. He quickly turned to Lily. "Lily, how are you doing?" The personal doctor shook his head. "Mr. Turner, Miss White's condition is getting worse." Lily White opened her eyes, her face pale, and said weakly to Lucas, "Lucas, am I going to die? Don't talk nonsense. After this blood transfusion, you'll be able to get out of bed. Then I'll take you to the Aegean Sea in Greece, and we'll watch the ocean together, okay?" Then, he picked up that cold blood-drawing needle and jabbed it into my body. The sharp needle pierced my skin, and blood slowly flowed out through the tube. Every drop was my blood and tears. "Lucas, please stop. I really will die. Miss White, can you please beg for mercy on my behalf? I don't want to die." I knew Lily White was awake, but she suddenly pretended to be asleep, not saying a word. I struggled desperately, almost dislodging the needle. Lucas got angry and slapped me hard across the face. "Don't move. If Lily dies, you'll be joining her in the afterlife." I finally stopped struggling, no matter how much it hurt. It couldn't compare to the pain in my heart. More and more blood flowed out, and my body gradually went limp. My consciousness began to fade. Then, I lost consciousness, and died. When I woke up again, I was in Lucas's arms. He was holding me, and seeing that I was awake, he excitedly picked up a bowl of porridge. "Arya, you're finally awake. Here, drink some of this to replenish your blood." He fed me patiently, spoonful by spoonful, as if the demon who had forced me to give blood wasn't him. Lucas was always like this. As long as it wasn't about giving blood, he was extremely gentle with me. But as soon as he wanted me to give blood, it was as if he became a different person, ignoring my pain and pleas, with only Lily White in his heart. I turned my face away, no longer looking at him, but he wasn't angry. He just leaned in and kissed the corner of my mouth. "Be good, Arya. Don't be upset. Drink your porridge," I said coldly. "Just leave it there." But he insisted on feeding me. I was no longer like before, easily coaxed. Instead, I turned my back to him, ignoring him. Lucas got annoyed. "Arya Sanders, is this necessary? You're throwing a tantrum just because you gave blood to Lily. You weren't this dramatic before. Besides, can't you revive? Can't you be a little more kind-hearted?" His accusations felt like arrows piercing my heart, leaving it riddled with wounds. Initially, the system gave me 100 lives to win over Lucas Turner. When I first came to this world, I saw Lucas caught in a gunfight, with a bullet flying towards him. I quickly stepped forward to shield him from the bullet. It hit me right in the heart, and everyone thought I would surely die, but I didn't. Instead, I revived on the spot. Lucas discovered my special ability, and took me back with him. At that time, I was secretly delighted. The system gave me 100 lives to win him over, and it seemed I had succeeded using just one. But when he took me back, I realized I had thought too much. Lucas didn't say another word to me. Instead, he dragged me straight to the operating room and tied me to the bed, and next to me lay Lily White. I struggled in fear, the ropes cutting into my skin and drawing blood, but Lucas gently stroked my head. "Be good. I just need you to help me save someone. It'll be quick." Then, that cold blood-drawing needle was jabbed straight into my arm. They then said, "Mr. Turner, this woman's blood type is exactly the same as Miss White's." Lucas's lips curved into a smile. "Excellent. What are you waiting for? Start drawing blood immediately." The pain was excruciating. More and more blood was drawn from me, and my consciousness became increasingly hazy. Even though I screamed for them to stop, without Lucas's order, they didn't dare to stop, and continued to draw blood mercilessly, until they had drained me completely, and I died from blood loss. However, in the next second, I miraculously revived. Seeing this, Lucas looked at me excitedly. From now on, you don't need to leave. Stay here and be a blood bank for my Lily. What do you want? I can give you anything. Despite knowing how terrifying this man was, I used all my strength to say, I want to be with you. After all, I had to win him over. If I failed, I would never be able to return to my own world. Lucas was stunned for a moment, then looked at the sleeping Lily White. All right, but Lily can't know about our relationship. After that, Lucas and I got together. For these 3 years, I used all my efforts to win him over, to love him, and made him fall for me more and more. But no matter how sweet he was with me, his heart that wanted me to give blood to Lily White never changed. Whenever it came to giving blood, no matter how much I begged him, he wouldn't listen. He would even get angry because of my struggles, hitting and scolding me. My heart finally turned cold. After 3 years, Lucas still hadn't fallen in love with me. His affection towards me was only to make me willingly be Lily White's blood bank. From beginning to end, the one he loved was always Lily White. Not only had I failed to win him over, but I had also lost 99 lives. Now, I only had 1 life left. If Lily White fell ill again and Lucas drained me of blood, I would no longer revive. I would die completely. No, I have to run. Lucas was still complaining about me, but seeing that I wouldn't eat anything or pay attention to him, he finally gave in and continued to coax me. I had no choice but to take a sip of porridge and say to him, I'm fine. Why don't you go check on Lily? Hearing this, Lucas finally smiled. I knew it. My Arya is the kindest and most considerate. I'll go check on her then. You stay here and eat properly. I took the porridge and nodded. Lucas was already impatient to see Lily White, and didn't notice my determination to escape. After he left, I immediately took down the curtains and made a rope with them. Then I carefully lowered it along the wall, securing it tightly. Taking advantage of the absence of people outside, I quickly grasped the curtain and slid down. Once down, I hid in the bushes, waiting for the guards to go for their meal so I could run out. Lucas probably wouldn't notice I had run away. After all, every time I gave blood, he would stay with Lily White all night. However, something was different today. Lucas didn't stay with Lily White, but returned to my room. When he discovered I had run away, his heart skipped a beat. He quickly notified his men to search for me. If you can't find her, none of you will live. I heard his roar, and quickly covered my mouth and nose, not daring to make a sound. The servants began searching for me everywhere, even using search dogs. My heart was pounding, and as I watched them getting closer and closer to me, my heart was about to jump out of my throat. However, at the critical moment, the dogs suddenly barked towards the gate. They rushed to the gate, and I quickly took the opportunity to escape from the bushes into the house. What the hell? It's just a homeless person outside. You stupid dog, why are you barking for no reason? I ran wildly, not knowing where I was going, but as long as I could find an abandoned room and stay there for the night, I shouldn't be discovered. I sprinted at full speed, about to run into a room when suddenly, a dart hit my leg. A sharp pain shot through me, and I fell to the ground. Then Lucas's legs appeared in front of me. I looked up, and he glared at me angrily. In this manner, as long as I don't let someone go, no one can escape. Then he grabbed my clothes and forcibly dragged me away. Weren't you supposed to be with Lily White? How did you discover I had run away? He coldly said. I was planning to stay with her, but her condition suddenly worsened. She needs another blood transfusion, so I quickly came to find you, only to discover you had run away. Arya Sanders, if you delay Lily's treatment, I will kill you. I panicked, my heart almost stopping. No, I can't give her blood again. This time I really will die. Please, don't make me give blood anymore, okay? Please, I begged frantically, my voice heart-wrenching, echoing throughout the entire manor. But Lucas wasn't moved at all. He skillfully tied me to the operating table as usual. Then, he was about to pierce my arm with the needle. No, Lucas Turner, this time I really will die. Please believe me, okay? Please.